What is up, defects? Yep, we are live. Another Tuesday night, second week in a row. Don't adjust your phones, computers, TVs. Yes, we are actually live. And you can see I got a couple new co-hosts with me tonight. No strangers to the channel. Before we get into it, I'm going to say what up to Guy Forge. What's going on, brother?
Oh, hey. Welcome to Tuesday, and welcome to the crappy internet show. Gonna have some fun. We got some fun people hanging out with us tonight, so you know what? Let's just do it. Defects all the way. Welcome everybody in the chat. What's up? Special shout out to Frankie Baby and Johnny Boy in the chat tonight. My nephews hanging tough in there.
Better keep it PG-13 then.
Kinda.
All right, next up, let's say what's up to Very Gary. No stranger. Everybody knows who he is. What's up, Gary?
What's up, man? How stoked are you? How ready are you for tomorrow, Thursday?
Well, that's what we're going to discuss a little bit. But spoiler alert, I'm excited.
There you go.
So, no spoilers in the chat tonight for Spider-Man: No Way Home. We're going to talk a little bit about it, but we're not going to spoil it. So keep it out of the chat, or you're getting the fucking boot. And of course, again, not a stranger to the channel, but it's been a while since it's been on. Greg, MTG Comics, the co-creator of King Kong.
What's up, guys?
Like the up-and-coming show in the Northeast. I can't wait for this next one.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Matt, you might have to, like I was telling you earlier, when you see the movie, you might get some messages from me being like, you got to tell me what happened. Actually, don't tell me what happened. No, wait, you got to tell me. So just be prepared.
Yep. Oh, man. So, yeah, tonight, as you can see, we're live again. We usually don't go live every week. We usually go every other week. But in case you missed the announcement, we're not doing any more recorded videos, probably till the end of the year, maybe the first week of January, second week of January. We're making some changes. We're altering some stuff, and we're just taking some downtime. But we wanted to still see all you ugly mugs out there. So we said, let's just go live every week until we get back on track. So you're going to get us every week. But this week, there's no agenda. You're not going to get any fancy slides. You're going to just get us talking comics, talking shit, and we'll see what happens. We're going to be checking the chat. So if you have a comment, question that you want us to read out loud, put it in caps. So we see it. Guys are going to try to put them up on the screen. We're just going to take it from there. Like Johnny Rosado said, hit that like button and let's get this party rolling. Right off the bat, have you guys been dodging No Way Home spoilers like
Matrix style, baby?
Matrix style, exactly.
Yeah.
Have you seen any? Let's go around the horn. Greg, I know you said you haven't seen any yet.
I mean, like I said to you earlier, like, you know, you see people analyze the trailers and the posters like crazy. So it's almost like, you know, people have gotten so good at kind of breaking down and analyzing everything that didn't used to happen. So that almost in itself to me is like, to me, a true spoiler is I didn't, you know, like something pops up and I didn't even think about it. Kind of like at the end of Avengers when Thanos was there. I don't think I was really even expecting it. Like I was like, oh my gosh. But now with this, I'm kind of like expecting certain things, but I don't know. Like I said, I'd rather spoil it on my own terms and not scroll across anything. But I haven't seen any. I was on Instagram a lot today, and I haven't seen anything. So it's been good so far.
They are starting to roll out, and Twitter they're all over the place. Guy Forge, have you seen them? Have you been seeking them out? Have you been trying to stay away from them?
I haven't been seeking out shit. Let's put it that way. I've been trying to stay away from all this stuff. Not easy, obviously. Being on your phone, text messages, going through even a lot of my business is done over the phone. Clients texting me, so I go into that, and all of a sudden you're sitting there looking at something else while you're doing that, and you're like, oh, I didn't want to look at that. So it's like, you try and do your best, but it's hard. It's very hard to stay away from it because all things pop up, and all of a sudden you're clicking it, so.
Yeah, like Deep Dive says. There you go.
Yeah. I don't want to see anything.
Yeah.
I haven't opened up Twitter at all.
Smart. What about you, Gare?
No, I've honestly, I'm home this week and I've been working around the house and lounging. I've been off social media. Just happened to work out that way. I don't want any spoilers. I wouldn't do that to anybody, and I'm hoping nobody does it to me. I'm so nervous about spoilers. I have us on full screen. I'm not even reading the chat. My phone's here with the chat off to the side. We got 2 days. We can make it. Greg, how long do you have? We have 2 days, the three of us.
I don't know. I was telling Matt earlier. I don't know when I'm gonna get to see it, to be honest.
Oh man.
I really want to go with my wife, and she can't go right now to the theaters. I might go by myself, but I don't know how happy she'd be. But I think I might have to.
Just go by yourself. You won't.
You gotta do it.
You can come up
There
here.
he is.
Shout out to the Cougine.
What up,
Yeah, I've
Burrow?
got up Thursday 4 p.m. I'm going.
There you
That's
go.
the first
We're going.
showing on Thursday.
Yeah, so no
7:40.
text when you get out, Gar, because we're going at
No,
7.
nothing.
so-
I won't even tell you if it was good or not. You won't hear
Well,
from me.
I got one spoiler. We got Jay in the chat. He's saying he's out till the new year. Well, spoiler, that is not true because that's not allowed. So enjoy your night off because next week you're coming on. If I have to come to your house and give you a little IV, all right there. Yeah, I've seen some spoilers. I'm not gonna lie. I saw a couple things. Not with too much detail, but I feel like I can't stay away from them, so I might as well just get them on my own terms. That's something that Greg mentioned before we started the show. But from what I'm hearing, is good things as far as like how it's been. I haven't heard any bad reviews so far. I know as of last night, and again, I don't put a lot of stock into Rotten Tomatoes, but there was like
100.
60 reviews, and they were all perfect.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's probably still not the case. I don't know if you guys have checked it recently, but
I mean,
Last I saw it was 100%, but I don't put any.
no, very little.
I
Very
don't
little.
listen to any of those guys. You know what I listen to? Spoilers coming in the chat. So spoilers coming in the chat from 69 Chop Shop. Here's your spoiler. He said EVA.
Is that what he's calling for?
Yep.
Gotta give the people what they want.
Yeah, man.
Hey there, Defects. Guess who's back for some more super chats? Yeah, baby. Let's go, Defects.
And
you
that's
go.
when my sister shuts the computer off.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
That should have been the spoiler alert. What else is the chat saying tonight, Guy? Let's check it out. Let's see
A lot of
what's
people
going
in
on.
there. A lot of people talking to Jay, which is nice. It's nice to have
Did-
him around.
did-
So,
Speaking of spoilers, did any of you guys get the the Hawk? I don't know what to talk about. Like Hawkeye last week. Like I guess people saw it. Are we not allowed to talk about?
Yeah, we're talking about that.
You can
Yeah,
talk about
we're
it.
spoiling that. Yeah.
But did that get spoiled for you? It got spoiled for me by the actress. Because I follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody kind of knew, right? Because
Yeah,
I mean, if you
but-
kind of piece things together, it made sense. And then they showed a trailer with, she had the goggles on, the night vision, and that's straight from the comics. So I don't think that was a huge reveal.
I guess I wasn't expecting it just like from the actress. I don't know if that's ever happened before.
Gotcha,
It was
gotcha.
yeah. So I don't know. I guess to me that was a little bit. I was surprised at that one.
well, you kind of knew she was coming, right?
Yeah, I knew because we had just actually watched Black Widow, my wife and I.
Yeah.
But and it was just the timing. But I guess like I said, I wasn't expecting the actress herself. But that's what I mean. I don't really get too bent out of shape over it. But it definitely you can't dodge them.
How good is the show though?
Oh, I love it.
It's phenomenal.
Like best show yet?
Oh yeah.
In my opinion, it's definitely pushing up on WandaVision right now.
I think so.
But WandaVision's my favorite. I don't know about you guys. It's definitely like neck and neck right now, and they're completely different, so it's hard to compare. But
You
in my
want to
opinion, I
laugh?
think
What got me
Hawkeye-
really excited today, as I'm doing some work on my computer, I pressed play on Daredevil, like,
Oh,
and
Netflix.
just listening to it in the background and catching bits and pieces of it, like just episode 1, Daredevil episode 1, and I'm like, this show is so fucking good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how
Like, how good was Daredevil on Netflix?
they have a large task in front of them, the MCU, to be at least as good, if not better than that. That is, they've had it easy up till now. Like every property that they've had to redo, it's been pretty easy to one up. You know, maybe minus the Spider. I mean, not that Spider-Man was, you know, this they've definitely done better, but like Daredevil was. I mean, some
I don't
people,
know
you
if
know, I
they're
know
gonna-
Guy thinks it's the best.
I don't think they're going to be able to. I'm not the biggest Daredevil guy on Netflix. I thought season 1 was a bit of a drag. It was good, but it felt like a 12-hour origin story that they could have condensed into 6 episodes. Now, with that being said, season 3 of Daredevil with Bullseye, I thought was amazing. And I don't think the MCU can touch that just because of the graphic
12-hour
adult
origin
nature.
story, says the guy who does like 17-hour auctions.
I got bored in season 1 of Daredevil. I have no problem to say that. It was
Really?
a 12-hour origin story. They could have been done in 6 hours and been better, in my opinion. But that's just me. And I think I'm the minority. I know people love the show, and I enjoyed it. I thought season 3 was phenomenal. I
It
thought
just got
season
be-
3 was the best season.
It did get better. Yeah. I'm just saying in
Yeah, I
general.
thought
I think
season
it was the
3
best show in general.
Oh, it was definitely the best show. I think season 3 of Daredevil was the best season of any of the Netflix shows.
Season one when it came out, that was the first show that got me into. And you could ask Matt, because like I would call him the next day and be like, I was up until 4 a.m. watching this on my phone in bed because I couldn't put it down. That's the first show that this happened on.
And I get it. I understand the love for season 1 of Daredevil. It's just season 3 for me was just nonstop. I couldn't turn season 3 off.
Two was great with Punisher, man.
That's why it's Jay's favorite.
Yeah,
Right.
100%.
I mean, it makes sense. But let's see what else people say. I'm trying to read the chat as well as listen to you guys. It always seems when Gary comes on our channel, he makes enemies in the chat because he says he doesn't like something.
I didn't say it was bad.
It just
I
seems
thought it
to
was
happen
good.
every time.
It was just a little long.
No, I hear you, man. Are we getting Kingpin? I mean, guys, I don't think this is not a spoiler anymore. I mean, is he showing up this week? Are we getting Vincent D'Onofrio? I think that's a no-brainer, right?
I'm starting to think he's going to just be teased, but we are going to get him.
Do you think it's a Ralph Boner moment in the MCU again, or not?
No. I think we are getting him. I think we're going to get Kingpin. I just don't think he's going to be a major character. Like it'll be a tease. We'll see him. He'll talk. He'll speak. He'll have a few lines, and that'll be it for the season. That's what I think. And then we'll get him
That's
an
all
Echo.
you need sometimes, though. That gets you so hyped, you know.
Yeah. Dave Cerrone says that's why Gary throws Daredevil comics every auction.
There you go.
It was only one time.
And
I
Big
actually nailed
Daddy
it out.
Ross
Finally
coming
got it
in
out
with
the West
$4.99 super
Can we just
chat.
replay
Bring
it?
on the Kingpin. Maddie, what do you got? What do you got for $4.99?
What do we have for $4.99?
You got some PG stuff back there?
I think we do. Sorry, John. You've been given a PG rating by Guy Forge.
Yeah, Larry's gonna come through, I think, with something.
Oh, Larry, yeah. You know what? It's going to be a good day.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Well,
That was
maybe
the
not
first
so
time
PG.
Greg saw
but-
that.
Just the first half.
Oh my God. What else did I hear about Spider? I'm trying not to spoil, but I want to talk about Spider-Man because he's clearly on the thumbnail tonight, right? Like, was that big enough, Gary? What do you think? Did you see the thumbnail tonight?
No, of what?
Our thumbnail.
They're just
Our
horrible.
thumbnail.
It's just
Oh yeah, Spidey.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're talking about?
So everybody again is saying that best Spider-Man movie yet.
Mhm.
Couple
All right, this is
people
gonna
have.
sound crazy.
Go ahead.
People
Oh
hate
Jesus!
me
Here we
left and
go.
right.
Here we go. Sit down, everybody.
Here we go.
Have we had?
Get ready for the thumbs down shower.
Here it comes. Out of all the Spider-Man movies, are any of them someone's favorite superhero movie? Because I don't think there is a single Spider-Man movie where there were people who are like, this is the best superhero movie. Is there one?
My nephew thinks Spider-Man 2 is his favorite movie, I think, ever.
Okay. The real Spider-Man fans think Spider-Man 2 is the best movie with Dr. Octopus.
Yeah.
I found Spider-Man 2 corny and cheesy with the screaming and the, this with the camera coming in. I thought it was the corniest thing. The fights were great. Doc Ock was great. But the corniness to me bothered me. Nobody says this Spider-Man movie's the best. That Spider-Man movie's the best superhero movie of all time. We've heard The Dark Knight is the best superhero movie of all time. We've heard Batman from '89.
You just bring it up. Bring it up.
people
Matt's
love-
pick. That's all you're doing.
People love Infinity War. That's the best Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy. I've heard multiple people. That is the best superhero movie.
What's your point, Barry Gary?
The point is the bar is not high for the best Spider-Man movie of all time. So could this be the best Spider-Man movie of all time? Absolutely.
How about this?
absolutely
How
could
about
be.
this? Maybe they're going for the best movie of all time, rather than the best Spider-Man movie of all time.
Best superhero movie of all time?
Yeah.
Bring it. I'm all about it. I love Spider-Man. I love Marvel. I love DC. I love all these characters. But the bar is not high for the best Spider-Man movie.
I think people like Spider-Man 2. Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead, Greg.
I heard that it was interesting that it might like the best third movie installment, like the best third installment of any movie series. Like, when is the third one, like, movie so hyped up? Like, I don't know. Like, can you think of
third Avengers?
Third
Fantastic Four.
What,
Wow.
So that would be
Wow.
There already was the third Fantastic Four.
No, he's saying third install. Oh, you're saying? I thought you meant like third iteration of
talking
a
about
no,
character.
like
trilogy
Rocky,
or-
like Rocky 3. I mean, I love Rocky 3. But
As
Rocky
far
4.
as hype, no. But as far as after we went to see it, I mean, I'm going to talk about Gary's and Guy's movie, Ragnarok. That's the best third episode, the third movie I think I've ever seen.
Good
to be
point,
honest
Matt
with you.
Forge.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
think-
what's a better third act film?
The third
I don't-
Avengers.
Do you really? But is that really count?
It's hard to
it's just a
count.
title, you
Right.
know?
It's hard to count. Infinity War. Yeah, it's hard to count. I would definitely say the third Thor. And people would argue, although I would disagree, about the third Captain America being Civil War. I think it's Winter Soldier, but I can understand people saying, hey, he's coming.
Guess what though? All right, I'm not even going to say that.
Yeah,
Gary's.
no.
I'm not saying
Watch
anything. I'm
this
not
Don't
saying
guy
anything.
show
Don't
up.
go
I've been
there,
saying
Matt.
it for weeks now.
What I
I'm
will
not
I
even
said this.
saying it.
I said this. You don't specifically need Topher Grace, but if you CGI'd that Venom in and you updated him and made him look good, like Electro, like Doc Ock, why is that so far-fetched? Why is that so hard to believe? Why is it so hard to believe that he can come and lose his symbiote and Tom Holland pick it up? Why is that so hard to believe? Because he was terrible?
Bleeker's
He
making a
was.
good.
It
Bleeker's
was
making a
horrible.
good point
But
there
they
because
upgraded the villains. We've seen the villains upgraded, specifically Electro. So why can't they do it to Topher Grace? I always feel
I
like
like
when
it.
I come on your show, I'm fighting with people.
you are.
Because you are. Yeah.
You are.
It's
I'm so
not
sorry.
because not you feel like it. You actually are. So it's. Go ahead,
I'm
Guy.
not
What is
even reading
Bleeker
the chat. So
No, it's okay. It's okay. Bleeker's making a good point. I suspect the third Guardians will be better. Listen,
Mm.
you know,
Yes.
That's-
on this channel we speak highly of the Guardians. That's all in our top 3. Is that true?
part one.
Is that in our top 3? Because it was my second movie. It was
for
Gary's.
all of us. Yeah.
Gary, your first or your second?
Guardians was my show. I don't remember it. I don't
I think
remember.
it was your second. I think it was your
And
second.
number
It was
one
my
was
fourth.
Infinity War.
Yeah,
right?
my second as well, and Matt's third, right?
Fourth.
Fourth.
Iron Man
so
was three.
either way, obviously we're big fans of it. I'm also a big fan of This guy, back issue Paulie, coming in with the 199 super chat. Watchmen is the best superhero movie ever. He said.
Back issue,
It was
Paulie,
good.
I thought that
I liked
book
it.
was better than the movie, if that makes any sense. I felt like that story didn't translate well to the big screen, but the book, I remember
we are.
reading the book and saying, like, this is a really good story. I don't know if any of you guys read the actual Watchmen book. It was really good. The movie I didn't actually like that much, but I understand people's love for it. The way it was shot was cool as hell. But to me, my personal opinion, didn't like it.
Let me tell you, if Guardians 3 is better than Guardians 1, that's
Wow.
got to be, you know what I
Wow.
mean? Like, it's going to be better than 2. I don't think that's a high
It has
bar.
to be better than 2.
But if it's better than 1, like, you're talking about contender for the number 1 spot of all MCU movies.
Yeah.
Because, I think every one that I've watched had Guardians in the top 5, and most being in the top 4. And a few being number 1 already. So
I think a lot of that has to do with, and we spoke about this. A lot of that has to do with we didn't know what to expect from Guardians. The characters that brought us. We got hit with Iron Man. We got hit with Thor. We got hit. These are characters that we know and love, and like we expect something. Guardians came out, and we didn't know what to expect, and all of a sudden we're like, this is fucking
awesome.
good.
Yeah.
And the people they picked they couldn't have done better. Those guys should get raises because the casting jobs that they did, absolutely phenomenal.
Even Ronan.
100%, 100%.
Guy Ford, you want to take this one?
Yeah, we got a super chat from Frankie, baby. Look, No Way Home is definitely going to be better than Dark Knight. Frankie, you might have to fight Matt that night because let's not get family into quarrels before the holidays. My nephew, my godson, listen to me, please. Take my advice. Not a fight you want to get into.
No Way Home is definitely not going to be better than Dark Knight. I really don't think that's a tough pill to swallow. I'm on with Frankie.
No, he's saying it's not going to be better. Yeah,
Not going to be better.
Agree. I agree.
I thought he was going to fight with Matt. Sorry. All right. Yeah, I know. I agree with that. There you go.
That's another one. 69 Chop Shop, the Joker movie. People say that is the best superhero movie of all time. Like, not that it is a superhero movie and it's hard to like translate to a superhero, but like nobody says Spider-Man 2 is the best superhero movie of all time. People will say it was the best Spider-Man movie. So the bar is not set high. No Way Home could be the best Spider-Man movie. No Way Home could be in all of our top 10s if we do this again in a couple years. I have a lot of faith in it.
Two things. We definitely get, Jay keeps asking, and all the chat keeps asking, we're going to do a top 10 all time. Forget about MCU, all superhero movies. We got to do that, right? We'll do that in a month or two. I think No Way Home, from what I've read, from what I've seen, from the couple of spoilers that I read, I think it instantly gets into my top 5. That's my opinion.
Wow.
I wasn't
without seeing it. You're gonna say that?
Yes. And again, if you asked me this a week ago, I would have said, probably not even in the top 10. I did not have high hopes for it.
From what you read, this is what you're saying?
From the reactions that I've seen, because you could weed through the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've all seen it enough that you kind of weed through the bullshit. And the people that just always say things are good versus the people that usually are unbiased. I really think it's going to be a top 5. I think it's going to be in that 5 or 6 spot by the time I go to see it.
I saw reactions from a couple people, and I saw people crying. I saw people going, "This is the best superhero movie ever." Like I haven't seen any spoiling of anything, which I made sure whatever I clicked on, I just wanted to see a reaction. I didn't want to see anything as far as spoiling.
48 hours. Stay off the internet. 48 hours.
Yeah.
I don't want to see
I've been seeing people say it puts you through like every emotion possible and just stuff like that. So I don't know.
They're saying it's dark.
That's how you're going to grab people.
Yeah.
That's how you're going to get people to say, wow, this was the best Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man has gone dark at times. He is like a lighter character, but he's gone dark at times. I would love to see a grittier, darker Spider-Man.
You know what I got? You know what I got a comment for? Dr. Lovebox. who
Best
says
costume.
Catwoman is
This,
clearly the
I mean,
best
I
superhero movie.
thought we already knew this. That's why we didn't even bring it up.
You know what I have for that?
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Yeah, that movie was terrible.
There you go. Greg, you were saying something before. Sorry, we cut you off.
No, it's fine. I was just saying that it's at what point do you go? What expectations do you go in? Like you're going in saying it's going to be in the top 5. It's like he's going in with a little lower. So I mean, it's just I don't know. I want to go into it. I guess
I would go
completely.
Yeah.
Sorry. What guy?
No, I agree with you. If you try not to set your expectations too high, but again, overall, the Spider-Man bar isn't crazy high.
Well, it's kind of
Chimo's
weird.
right.
So, yeah, exactly. I don't think it's like an expectation, Greg, but I think it's my expectation is it still remains for it to be outside the top 10, but I feel like it's going to be in the top 5. So I won't be disappointed. I don't know if that makes sense. So I won't be disappointed if it's not even in the top 10, but my gut is telling me that I'm going to be pleasantly surprised and it's going to be better than I thought it was going to be. So I don't know.
So I'm going to kind of go with you, Matt. We're usually in line with one another pretty well. My favorite MCU movies are the ones that tell a phenomenal story. They're a great movie and move the overall story forward. I'm looking forward to this because this is not going to be a one-shot movie. There's going to be repercussions. There's going to be things down the line where we come back to this and say, wow. And I think it's going to – I'm expecting – and Matt, I know we've talked about this, and I think we've even done it online. I'm expecting Doctor Strange to almost be a sequel to this movie. I think they're going to be directly related, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this.
I don't think as much as a sequel as much as Doctor Strange 2 is the main event. And this is just kind of like the warm-up fight. It gets you kind of it gives you entertainment, and then it kind of puts you in the mood for what's about to happen. Because and Gary nailed it. We've talked about it. Like Doctor Strange 2 could be like that big movie moment that we've been waiting. No spoilers. We've been like, we got it in Endgame and Infinity War, and now it's like we got spoiled, right? I think Doctor Strange 2, especially with how tight-lipped it's been, I have high expectations for, like extremely high. How good it's going to be, I don't know, but as far as where it's going to take us,
that's the thing. We got samples. We got samples in WandaVision. We got samples in Loki. We're going to get a real big taste now. Now we're going to get an appetizer here with Spider-Man, and the main course is coming in Doctor Strange. And I think this is the direction of the MCU. We're going to see it in Doctor Strange. A lot of the movies in this phase were almost origin stories. Shang-Chi, Eternals, setting the base here, and the same with the Disney Plus shows, right?
So
we got a lot of new characters.
Let's ask the question, Gary. You ready?
What?
You got appetizer. You got main course. When does dessert come?
Dessert. I'm not sure. It's funny. Dessert might be Thor. And the reason I say that is because we're getting Jane Foster as Thor. She may be coming through the multiverse, something like that, where they kind of not close the story, but they kind of give you tastes of this is what's going to happen now for a little bit.
Matt wouldn't argue dessert on that one. I'll tell you that much.
Right? What's coming out next year? The first movie is Doctor Strange, correct?
Yes, May.
Do we get Black Panther next year?
It'll probably get pushed because of the reshoots they're doing now,
and
but
the
we'll
injury,
see.
Right?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that next.
What else comes out next year?
Ant-Man?
Thor comes out November, right?
Antman?
Let's bring it up.
I know Morbius comes out, but that's not MCU, but
don't you dare.
Why? You don't think that's gonna be good?
No, I do. I think it's actually gonna be really good.
Love and Thunder is in July. Doctor Strange is May. Black Panther is scheduled for November.
What's up, Jen?
And that's it. It's just 3, I think, next year.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're gonna get you're getting tastes. The appetizer is Spider-Man. The main course is Doctor Strange, and dessert is Thor: Love and Thunder. There you go. There's your meal for the next year.
And you're probably gonna get 3 Disney Plus shows next year too.
Yeah, and I don't think the Disney Plus shows are going to touch on this though.
No. And they shouldn't. I don't want them to.
No, they're origin stories.
No.
They're going to be exactly like Hawkeye to a point, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Uh,
the first, do they have the first Disney Plus show scheduled yet?
no.
Is it She-Hulk? I'm waiting for a Disney Plus show with a character that we have not seen yet. Granted, look, Kate Bishop, I get it, but we've got Hawkeye. She-Hulk is going to have Banner in it, right? So
Moon Knight.
is Moon Knight?
Yeah.
That's we know the Marvels is probably going to have somebody who's going to show up, right? So, or Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is going to have, somebody I'm sure showing up. I think Moon Knight might be our first true beginning to end origin solo story without a character we've seen before.
That's what
I have
need.
real high hopes for that one. I
Me
think
too.
that's going to be a game changer.
That's got to be the make or break moment, I think, for Disney Plus, because
I think
they
so.
showed us that they could do it with Hawkeye, right? And people aren't excited for Miss Marvel. People aren't excited for She-Hulk. And I don't want to say, I shouldn't just say that, but like, I guess the core community that we're in, it just seems like there's not a lot of hype for those two shows. Could they end up being really good? Yes. But everyone has high hopes for Moon Knight. And if they don't equal or surpass what they're doing in Hawkeye, I think that's a huge letdown. And that's going to turn people off of Disney Plus because
so good.
But I think they could do the same thing there, though. Like,
With
they got to
Moon
use the
Knight?
same formula. The actor's the actor's going to kill it. I mean, you have two elements already, so there's no excuse why you can't do it right. You proved that you can do it, right? Like, that's what I keep saying. I thought Hawkeye was going to be what Disney Plus was from when they first announced it. And we didn't get that formula until Hawkeye. So, I mean, I haven't heard a negative thing about Hawkeye. I've heard people say, like, oh, yeah, it's good. It's not great. But I don't really think I've heard too many people be like, I hate it.
I think,
know
like,
what I mean?
Gary,
We've
what
had a
you said
few in
earlier.
our chat, but I think those are just people trying to be different and difficult
Yeah.
because what is so bad about the show?
What are you saying, Greg?
I think with Moon Knight, like what
Sorry.
Gary was saying earlier, and like you were just saying, you got the actor, they got, he's got the chops. They have the production value. It's going to come down to a really captivating story, I think. And if they're able to, really pull people in, and like you said before with Spider-Man, if it's dark, you got to get them, you got to get people emotionally invested. You know what I mean? So I think that's what they're going to have to pull from, and it's going to have to just be a good story that reaches out to everyone and could get, like Hawkeye, I think is kind of like, the best thing you could do is be relatable and stuff like that. So I think that's what Hawkeye's touching right now. And I think that's what Moon Knight is going to have to be, just like a really solid story.
Moon Knight it's going to be, I may be wrong. At least with Hawkeye, for the people who aren't hardcore into this stuff, at least they had Jeremy Renner and said, okay, I know this character. I know Hawkeye. I'm interested. I'll watch.
But you have Oscar Isaac.
That helps.
So
Because-
that helps on a different level, because the actor itself, I would say Oscar Isaac is, I love Jeremy Renner, but Oscar Isaac is a better actor. Let's put it out there. So
Right. But people need to know him, right? And we've seen him now in a lot of things. I think it's going to be a little more difficult to get people to come watch Moon Knight than Hawkeye.
Really? Interesting.
New viewers.
The masses. Yeah.
New viewers.
Okay.
Everybody, all of us, everybody in this chat, everybody who watches this on Rewind, it's a slam dunk. People are excited for Moon Knight. But if I go and ask, the leisurely fan, the guy who's watched half of the movies and some of the Disney Plus shows, is he going to be excited for Moon Knight the way we all are? Probably not. So they have to do something to get that viewer to watch this show. Now, I am going to be there day one as soon as this thing comes out. I am so excited for this. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a tough draw for the casual viewer, big time.
I think
hear you.
with Hawkeye, and I remember last time I was on that, you said you weren't really thrilled about the Christmas theme, and I think that really worked in their favor because
It did.
just
Oh, I love it.
yeah, it works out perfectly. You know, like you feel like you want to watch a Christmas movie maybe at this time of year because it goes by so fast, but it's like, oh, we could watch, something new that replaces that, and it's Hawkeye, and like Gary was saying, like it's maybe Moon Knight, they could time it right, maybe Halloweenish type. I don't know, but I think you always have a good thing going when you could, just release it at the right time.
That was a good memory. That was a good memory, Greg, with the Christmas thing. But
yeah, I was like, man, that's a Grinch. He doesn't want like the Christmas.
No,
theme.
but what I said is, I think I even said if they make it like Die Hard, which they have, essentially, it's that little theme in the background that they just kind of touch on every once in a while, like just to remind you that it's there. Mm-hmm. They did it perfectly.
That's
how
they
what I mean.
Screwed Shazam up. They released it the wrong time of year, and it was a Christmas movie.
Right. Exactly. So, but a lot of She-Hulk love in the chat, actually. We see what Thunderhouse says. And look at Chinmo. You know what? This might be right. I think it's going to be probably the least anticipated and maybe past expectations farther than
better than a Marvel, anything Marvel that catches us off guard. Like Guardians of the Galaxy. Even like, I would almost say like WandaVision. Like, was anyone really expecting it to be that good? Like, we had the bar for Loki set ridiculously high, and in my opinion, as good as it wasn't as good as WandaVision, in my opinion. Hawkeye, I was like, all right, we'll watch Hawkeye. It's going to be good, I'm sure. And it's blown my expectations out of the water. So they may be onto something here. Who was that? Chinmo? With She-Hulk. Chinmo catching us off guard with She-Hulk. It's totally possible. Totally possible.
What are we doing? We're 8:40 right now. We got 150 in here. Real quick, we're going to take a quick break from the news just to talk about some comic shows, some comic cons. I think we got the right man here. We got actually two of the right guys here in the community to talk about this real quick. So, guys, I don't know. It's a Northeast thing. Stick with us for 2 minutes. We're going to talk about this real quick. This was a huge success last year. Unfortunately, I wasn't there. Guy wasn't there. Gary was there. And obviously the man that put on the show was there. So, Greg, I'm going to throw the graphic up. Why don't you just talk about it a little bit and tell us what you got coming down the pike.
So we announced the second show. The first one was a blast. It was much better than I anticipated. I knew it was going to be fun and everything, but it ran much more smoothly. And just like, it was the perfect day, for me at least. And I got such good feedback from people, from vendors. Gary was there. I jumped right on it after. I was like, we need to do another show, but I felt like we kind of outgrew the space in the first show.
I agree.
So yeah, it was crazy. So I found another, I went right to work and I found another. I wanted to keep the hotel, classic vibe. And I found another one, basically just like maybe 5 to 10 minutes south of the Parkway, just right where that one is, almost like basically the same distance off the exit. It's actually in its own little complex. And the space is like double the size. We don't have the two, disconnected rooms, which was cool because you were able to walk through the lobby and stuff. But it was a little tough because we were trying to guide people to the second room. But yeah, this room is much bigger. Matt, I've shown you little sneak peeks.
Yep.
We have, all the same vendors signed back on. Most of them got more tables. We have the room for that. We have new vendors that are coming. We got Gary's friend Paul is coming. Zap Comics is going to be there this time, and a few others. But yeah, I'm totally excited, and we're going to be, talking more about it as the after the holidays a little bit.
Who did that wonderful logo you got there?
Alex Garcia, illustrator, my man, really, really worked on it. He was like super invested in this one.
That's my dude, man. I love that dude.
Yeah, he was awesome, and he came back with it. And like, if you look at the two logos, like, like it's just it's awesome. It's just, I said I wanted kind of like a Ghostbusters 2 type play on it a little bit with the, I showed him
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, you don't want the ghost, the King Kong crossed out though, do you? And I was like, no, just like the two, sticking out. something like that.
So
But yeah, he killed it.
Kills it all the
talk
time.
about catching you off guard. You know, we were just talking about that. I had faith in the King Kong show. I was invested in it. You know, when I say invested, I don't mean I was invested in the show. I mean I bought table space and I showed up to the show. I was invested into the show, and it blew my expectations out of the water. So literally, if nothing changes and it doesn't grow at all, it's still an awesome show, and it already sounds like it's growing. So I'm obviously looking forward to it. I was signed on immediately. I think I have the same amount of space. I don't remember.
I think you might have more. But no, but it's all good. I mean, we have plenty of room.
Gary will figure out a way to fill it. Don't worry.
I got stuff.
Yeah, he's got some inventory.
I think
I
think it's roughly the same, but
Well, it was outstanding. It was a great show, and I don't know who. If I think it was Jay who started saying, you know, for the community, by the community. In a nutshell, that's exactly what it was. Matt, you were missed. Obviously, we've talked about who missed you, and you know, the good times you had.
I had a little fan there.
Guy,
I had a little fan.
Obviously, you got to try to get down there for the next one. I'm very much looking forward to it. This is actually my first show of 2022, so
yeah,
I'm excited.
It feels like it was a good timing. It was a little tricky trying to see where everything else was going, because stuff was already booked when I was looking at the calendar, and I was like, oh man, like, so I was working with the hotel. A few dates, you know, didn't work, and then I was like, all right, this is going to be kind of like the kickoff to the season. It's still, you know, it's mid-March, so you never know around here, you know, but I'm hoping for the best. And you know, at that time, people are going to be itching to get out and ready to go to shows again. You know what I mean?
I 100% agree. We're not going to worry about the weather. I'm sure everything will be fine. But you're right.
This question's for you, Greg.
You know, that's the time of year.
Yeah. The VIP badges are still on. If you have a VIP badge, and hopefully we'll do another giveaway for a couple of those, they are honored. Those are lifetime.
There you go.
The thing about that time of year, that middle to end of March, is like the weather starting to turn. You got people desperately trying to get out after being cooped up for a few months. And I mean, I'm telling you, Greg, when I tell you, like, if we had the same exact everything from last year, it's still going to be an excellent show. And it sounds like you've already stepped your game up. So
yeah, so I wanted to make a change. Like I said, we spoke after the show when you were on your way back, and I really took what you were saying into consideration. And I just felt like I didn't want to overdo it and grow and be like, here, we got all this crazy stuff going on, you know, with Ferris wheel and all this. I just wanted the space to be bigger. I wanted to run a little more smoothly, walking around wise, like for people. And that's pretty much what we focused on. Prices are still the same for, you know, the admission. So that's, you know, we wanted to make sure that everyone was able to get through the door. We didn't want to like bump prices up like crazy or anything like that. So we just want more people there hanging out. You guys interviewing people. It was great. Jay was pulling people left and right, interviewing them, going around. It was just such a good time. It flew by. It was great.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to be at this one. Unfortunately, I had to miss the last one. Guy Forge, I'm gonna drag him there if I have to. We're gonna get like a cardboard cutout at work for him. This way, you know, people don't realize he's not there. But hopefully all three defects will be there. We'll be doing interviews. We'll be hanging out at the table, chopping it up with you guys, looking for books. So yes, you will have to fight us in the dollar bins because we are comic hunters as well, all right? Mm-hmm. So I can't wait for this. We're going to talk about it more as it gets a little closer. But we just wanted to dip the toe in the water a little bit, you know?
Wet the whistle.
Just wet the whistle. So I see a lot of conversation going on. So guys, do yourself a favor. Get to this show. If you're in the Northeast, this isn't a little bullshit show. Like, this is a legit show. And Gary and Greg, I mean, this thing's just going to grow every year. So get in on the ground floor so you could say, yeah, I was there. I was there for the inception of this thing when it becomes a staple in the Northeast.
I mean, I'm telling you, if it literally plateaus, it was still a phenomenal show. And that's definitely not happening. It's obviously growing this year. It's great. I had a lot of fun.
Not being able to go sucked, because I love obviously seeing everybody and hanging out with everybody and experiencing the con itself. Mm-hmm. But from what everybody said, Greg, like everyone was just like out of their minds. Like it was like they said, such a cool place. Everyone was so cool. the pricing was great. Like all positive feedback from everyone who after the show told us what they thought. So you know what, I'm happy. We're supporters of you, and I'm happy it's a success. So
Yeah, and you guys were a huge part of that. Gary was like the first person I reached out to, and Jay, I told about it. Everyone had my back from the get-go, and that's something I'll never forget. So I really thank you guys, because it wouldn't have been half of what it was without your support.
No, it would
you
have.
run a good show, man. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, you did a good job.
And Jay said, obviously, it's for the people. It's the people's con. So there you go.
And this hotel's got like a bar and lounge in the lobby. It's got.
Don't tell people that.
Oh God, here we go. This thing's about to go R-rated. We're not going to be able to show any of the film footage that we take, Greg. You know, don't tell Jay.
I don't know what time
don't tell
it
Jay
opens,
that.
but I'm saying for after.
Jay will get it to open early. So I'm just reading back in the chat a little bit. I wanted to talk about like one or two more things, but I'm reading back in the chat that there's some people, and Thorough made a comment, I don't know where it is. He doesn't have high expectations for Moon Knight, you know, because he said they're not going to be able to make it gritty enough. And I'm hearing that they're talking about having a section of the MCU for Disney Plus that is away from the kids. And if they follow through on that and they place Moon Knight within that, then you're success. There you go. And I think this is something that's going to play against each other. I think, Gary, you said it. I think, Greg, you kind of followed up. It's going to be less for the mainstream and more for the comic fan. So if you don't make it like comic accurate, then you lose that section too, and then it's a failure of a show. You either have to have one or the other. It's either got to be mainstream or it's got to be for the hardcore fan, right? It can't be somewhere in the middle. So I hope they go gritty. I hope they go dark and gory, and they put it in that like PG-13 or R section of Disney Plus. So
I saw something that said it was supposed to be bloody and like, you know.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, from the first kind of preview we saw and everything like that. I mean, in that bathroom scene, he's beating the shit out of that guy in there. So
yeah, yep.
Joffrey, if you come to the King Con, I will buy you a ticket. All right. I still have to show you. I still have to send you your giveaway. But if you come, I will. Your ticket is on the house, so don't worry about it. We got you, buddy.
There you go.
Joffrey's talking about a plane ticket.
Yeah, not a plane ticket. You got to get yourself here. I know you're putting yourself through college, but you know.
Oh no! Hey, can you guys pay for my ticket to go to this event?
Yeah. See, there you go.
Okay.
We got maybe like another 10 minutes, so let's talk quick. What do you got? I don't know. I mean, go around the horn. Whoever wants to take it first. Have you heard anything about Letitia Wright, Shuri, Black Panther 2? What are you guys hearing? What's your take on it? I mean, this thing's like, it's got so many rumors and things that aren't true. Does anybody care? I mean, what do you think? Greg, I don't know if you read anything about it.
I read a little. It just seems a little. I don't know. It's a lot of like speculation stuff about who's saying what or who wants to do what with what. You know, I don't know. It's not like a subject like. I don't know. I don't know. It's tough with what they're talking about.
Well, let me ask you: is she going to be Black Panther?
I don't know at this point. I don't know.
What do you think, Kara?
I must be missing something because I just thought she was hurt. Like she got injured and they were waiting to reshoot until she was healed. So I must be missing something.
I guess I heard other stuff. I don't know.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't been looking into a lot. Matt knows, I've got stuff going on. I've been very busy on this end. I've been off social media. I've been off rumors. I've been off any websites. I'm in my own world right now doing my own thing. So I just thought she was hurt and they were waiting until she healed up to finish shooting and only her scenes remained. But
I thought
there was someone with the vaccine and they were.
Yeah, there was. And a lot of it is they're kind of combining stories. She did get hurt, right? And they did have to push everything off. And like Gary said, the only scenes that were left were hers. Then there was a story that they were changing the ending because she won't get vaccinated. Now, we know that she has a certain stance on the vaccine. We're not going to talk about that here. But there was videos out that she got fired, that she's getting let go, that they changed the whole story. Now she's not going to be Black Panther anymore. I think
is that the reshoots?
I think a lot of it's fake I don't think a lot of that is real. I think a lot of that is rumor and speculation and people just putting pieces together that don't belong together. I think the end of the day is she got hurt. She rubbed some people the wrong way with some stuff that she posted, but I think that's where it ends. She's not in the country right now, and she's not a citizen. So they're saying, well, she may not be able to get back unless she gets vaccinated. So I don't want to touch on that because it really doesn't matter. But like, I think what I want to just say is, I don't think I don't think she's fired. I don't think they're changing anything because of all those little rumors you're hearing. I think she's just hurt. I think she really is just hurt. And I don't see. I'm in the minority. I don't think that she will be Black Panther for more than like a temporary span. I don't think she could carry that role. I just don't think she belongs in that role. That's just my opinion from what I saw of her. I'm not saying she's a bad actress. I'm just I don't think that's like putting a round peg in a square hole. I think somebody else should carry that mantle. I just don't think it's. I think they would do it. I think it's a disservice to give it to her for more than like a temporary time. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think?
So I've had a night now here where a lot of people have disagreed with my opinions on things, and I'm probably have an opinion here that more people are going to disagree with, and it's fine. They need to recast Black Panther and have T'Challa in the MCU. Chadwick Boseman was absolutely outstanding. It's heartbreaking he's gone. He was phenomenal, and it's almost like he was built for the role. But you need T'Challa. And I don't think recasting the character is the worst thing in the world. How many Jokers have we had? We've had a Joker since Heath Ledger. I mean, it's hard. It's a very touchy subject. But I think, I mean, I don't know how you guys feel, but I want T'Challa as my Black Panther. Shuri is a placeholder.
Here's the funny part. I was reading today because, again, scrolling through some stuff like an idiot. But comicbook.com put a post up today that says Chadwick Boseman's brother says Star would want T'Challa recast in Black Panther.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he even said, I'll read it, verbatim from here. It says Derek Boseman says his late brother would have wanted the character to be recast because he knew T'Challa is bigger than just one man.
I agree.
So, I mean, you have people thinking that as well. So you never know. I know they said they would never do it. Never say never. Let's just put it that way. We don't know what happens, and money talks too. So
is too important. There's so many storylines that I'm sure they had lined up for Black Panther, specifically T'Challa. Now, with that being said, that is a very big feat for any actor to take over that role.
Sure.
After what happened, but it's not impossible, and I think you'd be surprised. I think more people would be happy to see T'Challa on screen and Chadwick Boseman almost represented than the character gone.
Yeah, I'm with you, Gary. I hadn't really thought about that. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that, and I think, like you said, people are kind of afraid to say that on YouTube, or even like
there's anything wrong with it
on a big platform. I think it. Honestly, I think it would be remembering his legacy that you do carry it on with somebody that takes it up. For me, like, I don't think, and maybe I just wasn't paying close attention as then, but we had Heath Ledger, right? And was there like this huge outpour against like recasting the character? Like, what were we never going to have the Joker in the MCU again? I mean, that's the MCU.
Years later, but I do remember that Christopher Nolan said we're not even going, and I could totally be wrong here, but I could have sworn way back when that Christopher Nolan made it specific to have, he made a point to have absolutely no nods to the Joker in The Dark Knight Rises.
Right.
Out of respect for Heath Ledger. I would have gone the complete opposite way. I would have referenced him out of respect.
I would have referenced him, right? And I mean, we weren't going to get him in the second one, which kind of like his story was over, right? Like it's different than Black Panther, where he's going to have multiple stories. I think you're right, Garrett. To be honest with you, I really think you are right. I think it would be more of a disservice to have Black Panther as someone else. To be, I think it really would be more. I don't want to say. I don't think any of it's disrespectful, but I think it would be more respectful to recast the character. Maybe not immediately, right? I think you can figure out a way to write him out a little bit, for a year or two, especially with. I mean, everything got pushed back. I mean, it kind of there was a buffer in there because of the pandemic. And Dave Cerrone said this wouldn't be the first. It won't be the first time Marvel backtracks. They fired James Gunn and then they hired him back, right? So
if Henry Cavill died, you're not going to have a Superman on screen again,
right?
Come on,
Henry
that's
Cavill's
a
my
strong,
Superman.
and I don't mean physically strong, but I mean a strong, important character, Superman. Black Panther is a huge, strong, important character. Specifically T'Challa. How do you not have him in the MCU? I just it's no disrespect to Chadwick Boseman at all.
No.
At all.
And maybe that's why, because is Black Panther more important than T'Challa? Right? He's one of those. It's one of those characters that there's been 4 of them, right? 4 or 5 of them throughout comics.
I understand that, and the character of Black Panther doesn't seem like that character is not going to go away, whether it's male or female.
Right.
But I personally think you need a T'Challa. That's just me, just my one opinion. I've had a lot this evening, and I apologize.
You get an actor that is, really takes it seriously and takes it to heart and pays tribute and stuff like that, and that's okay, and they could do a great job, and the MCU could fall in love with that character again. You know what I mean? It's you got to keep it going, I think, and I agree with Gary 100%.
I probably lost some subscribers after this. I have to.
I mean, there's tribute bands. I mean, we lose lead singers in the bands. You pay, stuff like that, and then you keep it going because people love the music. You know what I mean? And it might not be the same, but
that was a good take. Honestly, Gary, I'm glad you brought that up and that you said it. You come to the Defects channel to say things like that because we can't have you saying those things on Very Gary Comics, right?
I mean, I don't mind saying stuff like that. It's. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But
no, I hear you.
I don't know.
I think it's a good take. All right, we're getting pretty close to the end. The chat has been great tonight. Maybe I seem less involved on screen, but I've been reading almost every comment, and there's been some really good ones.
That's good. I'm trying to stay out of the chat.
Yeah, no, it's been good tonight. They've been good. No spoilers. Coco kicked somebody out, I think, so he's been cleaning up. But a lot of good opinions tonight. Thorough, are you going live tonight? Put it in the chat if you are. Guy, I think we have something to talk about though before we get out of here. That's really important. That has to do with the community. So go ahead, Guy.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say. If you want to head over to Paul PC's Instagram, Matt, you can put it in there.
Yeah, I'm going to post it. Yep.
Yeah, Paulie PC, great member of the community. Lost his mom recently, and if I know he had a GoFundMe page on there, just for the Defects to reach out to him if anyone wants to, head over to his IG and show some love. He needs a little, they need a little help over there. So, whatever anyone can do, obviously anything is appreciated. When someone needs something in this community, we try and help out. So.
Yeah, some of you know Paul PC. We met him a few times. He's been great. Check, like I said, Instagram page I linked it. It's in a pin to the top. Check it out. See, even if you could just give him some, thoughts and prayers, I'm sure he would be happy with that too.
Absolutely.
Whatever you could offer. He's a great member of the community. We're trying to, we try to keep this community strong all together, not just try to prop up important people like Very Gary. You know what I mean? We try to take care of every member, no matter how big or how small. So every little bit helps. We appreciate you guys just taking the time to even listen to us talk about that real quick. So Thorough's going live tonight, 9:30. So you definitely want to check it out. He's going to be the Indie Spotlight, CBSI Indie Spotlight, 9:30. I know 9 o'clock right now. You got TiVo going live with the top 10 cover sheet. What did I say? Cover price. So you definitely want to check that out. A lot of good YouTube on tonight. We don't want to step on any toes, so I think we're going to get out of here.
Can you do one quick
God,
thing?
I forget anything. Yeah.
Can you just highlight Johnny Rosado? I want to give him some love here because This is the way this world should work. Just like this. What this man said right here is how the world should work.
Yep.
We disagree. It's
agree.
totally cool. It's fine. It's okay. I mean, I like this guy. He's been around for a while in the chats and everything. But I love me some Johnny Rosado, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you. That's it.
What do you got, Guy Forge?
Guys, thank you. Thanks for coming out. I know it was a different night again. Defects went live on a Tuesday. We're up to our old shenanigans going live on Tuesdays. But hope to see you sometime next week, hopefully, before the holidays. And, thanks for hanging with us for an hour. And thanks for hitting that like button. We appreciate it. Over 100 likes. We love you.
Yeah, give us a few more. Let's get to 150, and we got 150 in here. Like Gary always says, it doesn't cost a thing. And Guy, before we leave, are we doing that? Are they doing that this year, Paul?
I'm sorry.
In
I didn't see it.
You see the comment?
Oh, we did a charity thing
the
for
Legos.
Children's Toys at the hospital last year. We did a Lego drive. Usually it happens in April. That's when they do it for the Pauly Strong Foundation.
Yep.
I will reach out. I don't think they did it for the holidays this year, but yeah, stay tuned. Obviously, we'll highlight some stuff and tell you what we're doing. But we did a Lego drive, and probably it's going to be closer towards the April where we do it again. I think they're going to do a whole big thing this year. So we'll keep everybody posted on it. But yeah, for the Pauly Strong Foundation, obviously for all the kids fighting cancer at Sloan Kettering, we get them Legos. Obviously, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And obviously, it's much appreciated. Those kids need something, take their mind off what they're going through. So,
Yep. Greg,
And then one more time with the con stuff.
Yeah, that's why I was going to go over to Greg. Greg, I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
hanging
thank
out.
you guys
King
so
Con
much.
2. I can't wait.
We'll I'll keep you updated with stuff. I know there's going to be some room block information that I need to give out for anyone who wants to stay. We actually had some people come out of state last time, a bunch of people, and stay at the hotel. So I got to get that info out. But thank you guys so much for having me, and I hope everyone enjoys Spider-Man. If you're seeing it, I hope it's as spoiler-free as possible up until you do.
There you go. Gary, what do you have coming up?
I don't know.
Perfect.
It's going to be Gary's favorite comic book movie of all time. That's my prediction.
ooh,
That-
I
All
can't wait.
time.
That bar is so high. I don't even know what that is. It's way up there. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a lot of shoot. I have no Wednesday video this week. I'm going to be shooting a lot of videos tomorrow, and a lot of people have been asking for the room tour video. I'm going to do my best to get that. My room is looking clean right now. I'm going to try to get it. If not Friday, definitely next week. Get it out. The room tour 2021. I've only been saying I'll get it done for a year. So this is the week.
Matt, do you want to hit on that?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit at the beginning. We talked about it last week. No more recorded videos till the new year. We're revamping some things. So we're just going to go live every week, probably until that time. So you'll see us next Wednesday, I believe, and then the following Tuesday. So yeah, just come hang with us. Make sure you support the live shows. This way you could see us. And then come January, we got some new stuff. The new comic book day is coming back, but a little bit of a different format and some new segments. But a lot of the same old stuff, just enhanced a little bit. You get the defects, you know what I mean? So I think we're gonna get out of here.
Paul's in here, guys. So
There you go, Paulie PC.
Paul,
love you,
always
bud.
support, man. So you know what?
Absolutely.
Whatever anybody can do, we're happy to support my brother.
Yep. All right, guys, go watch some other good YouTube tonight. Greg, again, thank you. His links are in the description. Gary, his links always in the description. Hawkeye this week, Gary, Thursday, Friday, depends.
We are going to do Hawkeye review Friday night if you guys are okay with it.
Ooh.
Because we're all going to see Spider-Man Thursday. So let's do Hawkeye Friday night.
Let's go.
Do we see Kingpin? Yes or no?
Yes.
Gary.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Gary.
No.
Greg.
No.
Wow.
You're
All right.
talking about just tomorrow? Just tomorrow? No.
Just tomorrow.
I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong, but no.
I see.
All right, we're getting out of here. We're gonna leave you with a little Father Carmine, and we love you guys. We'll catch you next week.
Hey, yo, Father Carmine. Father Carmine. Father Carmine, you home? Ma chi è?
Hey, no, it's me, Rocky Balboa.
Rocky? Yeah. Ma che cosa fai là? Non deve fare la lotta questa...
Yeah, I had to go to the show in a couple of minutes, but I was wondering if you could do me a little favor before the show starts, you know.
Ma sicuro, che favore, che?
Yeah, well, it's about the show, you know. And I was wondering if you could send down like maybe a couple blessings that maybe if I get beat up tonight, it's not too bad, you know. I got the defects, we got the family.
Spirito Santo. E così sì.
Thanks a lot, Father. I appreciate it. You know, thank you so much. I'm so late. I gotta go. I hope you watch the show, all right? I'll see you at church on Sunday.